Enormous advances have been made in the past decade in the treatment of cancer. Better diagnostic methods and an impressive array of new treatments mean that more and more people have a realistic chance of cure, or at least of living well and longer with their disease. Despite this, the word cancer still fills most of us with dread. Merely facing the knowledge of life threat, let alone coping with the physical effects and assaults of treatment, stretches most individuals to their limits. The emotional pain of family and friends also can be agony, as they struggle to find ways of helping their suffering loved ones. Healthcare professionals too, who witness this physical and emotional pain on a daily basis, may respond in a variety of ways. Sadly, some become so inured to it all that they may adopt a cool, professional detachment as their only means of coping. Some also experience considerable psychological difficulties and emotional burnout, and may seek solace in dysfunctional ways unlikely to help them or their patients. So cancer affects everyone: the patient, the family, friends, and healthcare professionals. As we've become more high-tech with our treatments, we've sometimes forgotten the importance and need for high touch as well. It's surprising how many of us working within palliative care and oncology can be inarticulate when attempting to express the tragedies and triumphs that are part of anyone's cancer journey. As Virginia Woolf once observed in an essay entitled "On Being Ill," if someone falls in love, then they have Shakespeare or Keats to speak for them. But let one try to explain pain, and language at once runs dry. So we may need other modes of expression to capture what cancer really means to all those affected, such as the powerful and deeply moving paintings by Michelangelo Petrone. Michael was a talented young artist whose career took a dramatic change in direction when he developed Hodgkin's disease when only 30 years old. Whilst isolated for weeks in hospital receiving high-dose chemotherapy, he decorated his room with paintings depicting the complex emotions that were engulfing him. Some of these paintings formed the basis for exhibitions, and later Michael wrote prose to accompany his work, which he performed in many places throughout the world and published in a book entitled The Emotional Cancer Journey. He also held residencies in hospices and initiated art workshops, helping the seriously ill and dying and their carers to express their emotions through painting. Sadly, Michael's own journey ended with his death in 2007. But prior to that, he set up the Michelangelo Petrone Foundation to ensure that the workshops would continue well beyond his lifetime. This DVD is a tribute to Michael, and hopefully captures the essence of one amazing individual's own emotional cancer journey.
This is an expression of my journey of illness. On the 8th of March 1994, I felt a taut tension and spasm from the center of my chest up my neck. The next day, a lump appeared on the left side of my neck. Little did I know that I also had tumors inside my chest and in my armpit. I had been struck down with Hodgkin's disease, which is cancer of the lymph glands. I was 30 years old. Nothing I'd already been through or been taught or heard from other people prepared me for what I was about to go through in the next 9 years. It was more difficult and painful than I had ever imagined. But part of that pain and difficulty came out of fear and ignorance. My fear, and then the fear of everybody around me. Illness and death are a part of life, yet they are very much taboo subjects in our society. As an artist, it's my natural talent and instinct to express the events and feelings of my life. But my life and work had never felt so challenged. As I lay in hospital undergoing high-dose chemotherapy and stem cell transplant, I started to paint these pictures originally just to decorate the glass window in my hospital door. I was in isolation, as I had no immune system to combat disease. My bone marrow had been destroyed by the toxic chemotherapy drugs in an attempt to also kill off the cancer cells, which it did eventually. I didn't know then that these images were actually depicting the emotional events of this journey of illness. In June 1996, these paintings were shown together at the Wigmore Hall, London, forming the exhibition Between Night and Day, my metaphor for my journey of illness. It was then that I realized, particularly from other patients who identified and found solace in these paintings, how important it is to share this personal journey of illness. My aim is that this work should inspire and support people in similarly frightening situations, and enlighten and guide others to a different and better understanding. And because I don't know you, perhaps it should not be on too personal a level, not too intimate. But in order for you to truly understand, it has to be personal and intimate. I have to tell you all about my journey of illness. Imagine what it must be like when I talk of nearly dying, and of sometimes wanting to die, because of what I was going through. Illness and death may be familiar to you, but what is it really like when it's your own illness? What is it really like when your life feels as if it's been taken from you? My journey has two intertwined threads, elements which mirror each other as exactly as the two chains of the double helix. One is the medical history, the physical injury, the illness, the happening, the happened, the inevitable, the unavoidable. The parallel thread is my emotional response, the disbelief, the grief, the doubt, the flung out, the anger, the banter, the bargaining, the accepting, the clenching of teeth, the sick to the teeth, the pain, the no gain. Why me? Why me now? I'm living. I'm dying. I want to live and escape it. I want to die to escape it. I'm trapped. And that's that. Get me out of it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate this illness, what it's done to me. It took away my love of life, my freedom to love. It threatened my life. I want my life back. This is not me. But it happens, and this for me is more than no good. And even if it makes me stronger, why should I have to go through it? I don't want to go through it. As time goes by, night follows day, and day follows night. A natural cycle without beginning, without end, and without gaps. Life's cycle continues without interruption. Or at least it should do. Suddenly illness arrives. Uninvited, unexplained. I found myself caught between life and death, light and dark, banished to an unknown place between night and day. The illness forced itself into my life, where there was no place for it. The arrival of illness stole a place and time that should have been destined for better things. In the process of splitting night from day, the arrival of the lump in my neck cast me out from my normal life. I should have been preparing 2 exhibitions. Instead, I was sitting in a hospital bed waiting for a biopsy and being told I needed an AIDS test. Cast out? Outcast? Marginalized? Ostracized? Everyone else gets on with their life while the freeze frame button is pressed on the video of my life. I wait, alone, to find out if I have cancer. Or what? Will I fall to the ground? Or will someone catch me in time? Has it been caught in time? So I now have a diagnosis. Hodgkin's disease, let's call it cancer. I've heard of that. I know what it is. Fiona, a woman I live with, is having chemotherapy for breast cancer. This is different, I'm told. They don't tell you that an 80% chance of cure means a 20% chance of death. You'll have to work that one out for yourself. Death. Life is bad enough, that's what I thought. But who do I tell? Mum, I want to die. Hey, lover of mine, I think forever might be closer than I thought. Hi, good friend. Want to talk about euthanasia and writing a will? We are all in pain. Why can't we share our pain? Death and illness are almost taboo subjects, even though we will all die eventually. Who isn't frightened and doesn't find it difficult to talk to someone they know might be dying? I wasn't prepared. Neither were my family and friends. Who's going to help me? Listen to me, understand me, be there for me, just for me. Not be frightened by my thoughts and feelings of having my life threatened, changed, and maybe dying at the end of it all anyway. I moved from diagnosis to treatment. Delilah cut Samson's hair and sapped his strength. My doctors didn't need to cut my hair. The chemotherapy just made it fall out, and my strength just fell out too. Was it just my hair they cut off, or was I castrated as well? The chemotherapy took my fertility away. Okay, so I don't want any children just now, but I might do in time. Will the few drops of frozen sperm really be enough to produce a family? The journey of illness is not only about the physical illness, but also the emotional response. My doctor is attempting to cure me, but who is going to help me deal with the emotional aftermath, to try and heal that side of me, and heal all of me? It's not easy, but counseling offers a space, a place, some time, and a face, a person to listen to me. Someone who will not be frightened by me and help me heal emotionally. I'm frightened to feel sad. Like the pouring rain, I don't know when it comes. And I do feel sick with sadness and tiredness. And am I really going through this? Like the windscreen glass in the rain, I'm soaked in an ever-flowing film of tears, washing my life over me. Is this my life how I want it? Or is this the best I can make of my life, and that's how it is? I want to live my life to the full. If only it's till tomorrow, or in another 32 years. I'm alive, you see. And that's all that should matter, but I have this death sentence hanging over me, and it's sometimes hard, sometimes very hard. And yet sometimes it's funny. It's so normal to me. I don't know why it's always on people's lips. And sometimes I wonder if it's even not on my lover's fingertips. That's not to say that it's all bad. For the love I've been drenched in has been ecstatically invigorating, that I felt so alive, so positive, so free, so loved. This yes-no of my life, my illness, is no different to the yes-no of every day of my life. And the rain brings darkness, but it also brings life and love, for I know I'm alive with every feeling I feel. Having treatment, my life is fossilized. Everyone else's life progresses, goes forward. I just watch as life goes on for everybody except me. I can't paint. Where's my muse? Perhaps one day when this is all over, I shall regain my emotional strength as well as my physical strength and pick up my brushes once more. This life is all-consuming, all-powerful. Who can believe what is going on? Not I. It all feels like a dream. I can't believe what's going on. Strange. But there is a reason. Someone will learn from all this. So gaze up to the stars and make a wish. Perhaps it'll come true. Hope so. Three months after completing treatment, I got a pain in my shoulder. Funny it should be worse after a drink. And why all this itching again? A bone scan showed a hot spot. A biopsy was negative, but my doctor didn't believe it, so he arranged another. That, too, was negative. I didn't believe it. Another pain, my hip this time, another bone scan, another hot spot, another biopsy. Third time lucky. Or unlucky. This was positive. I had relapsed. Meanwhile, Fiona, after further chemotherapy herself, had died in our home. I needed more chemotherapy now.